Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, friends. Welcome. It's Big Dano, and we're here to play some more Kingdom Death. Hello, Dan Thorpe. How's the heat wave going? I hope it's not too bad. I haven't read anything about it today, actually. Yes, excited to be back for Kingdom Death tonight. It's going to be another momentous evening of Kingdom Death. This campaign would be up there with my best performing campaigns ever, which is good and probably to be expected with one of the house rules I gave myself in giving away free fighting arts. But I've only used it twice, so not a big thing. G'day, S-Nice. I'm glad. I'm glad. The campaign's been going incredibly well. So I imagine that would be cool to catch up with it. It would have been the last two episodes we've just absolutely steamrolled some monsters, so we get to really start to focus on our end game strategy now. And yeah, if this is your first time joining or you haven't really come across it, we're trying to build a settlement with the express purpose of facing off against a level 3 Parasite Queen. So that's a specific challenge. G'day Wise Poet, that's been set out by Tastemaker in the Discord. And the challenge is exactly the same stats rules, but with 3 additional traits. The first trait, the level 1 trait, is no additional or automatic wounds. So devastating does nothing, surpass does nothing, that thing that does automatic wounds from verminism does nothing, etc. So that's a big change. I mean, she's got, I think, 24 wounds or something around there at toughness 25. Not being able to do multi-wound is a real challenge. Trait level 2, and this is the bullshit one. Frenzied Berserker from the level 2 and level 3 Butcher. She draws 3 AI cards a turn. There's a few in there that I think are just, yeah, possibly ending of the game. But I'm trying to accept the fact that we'll lose a few survivors throughout each turn, and we need to have enough survivors to fill the breach, step up into the breach. So that then puts us with the level 3 trait, and this one is another bullshit one. So the monster's toughness 25. If you would do a wound roll that is more than 6 higher than the toughness, then you finish that card, and I'll have to check, but I think it's you draw an AI card. So we have to skirt this line of just the right amount of damage so we don't trigger extra AI draws. We can't do multi-wounds. And of course the Parasite Queen, if you saw my original play showdown, she's borderline impossible to wound at the best of times. So my approach has been to build this settlement to have as many usable survivors as we can possibly get, and then back that up with as many weapons that fall into a very narrow band of can wound the chick, but not so much that it will, do extra damage and trigger more AI draws. So that's what I'm working towards. And this last third of the game will be focused on that. So here we are. We're taking Goth out today. Let's find out a little bit what happens in her story. I don't really know. So we'll do that. We're facing off against a level 2 Black Knight. I have prepared the cards. And if anyone hasn't seen, I'm probably not going to run out of luck. No, I'm a relatively lucky guy. Look at my life. Just got back from Sweden after competing in a cool competition for painting toy soldiers. There is a couple of moods in there, so we're going to have to try and have a mood strategy. Yeah. So there's lots of things that I've been mulling over the last couple of days to try and work towards. Yeah, we'll see what we can do. So we're going to depart for this showdown. We lost 2 survival, but gained 2 insanity from our roll on the bell. At the start of the showdown, we are going to gain 2 survival, as well as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the first aid kit. So we actually just picked up 5 survival. Yeah, Wrath's gonna, this should be pretty quick. So each person down. So Xylo picks up a 3. Xylo has less than 3 courage, yes, and gains a -1 accuracy token. If you are not insane, oh, gain tophobia disorder. So that's fine. Louse rolls a 8, and so the 8 is gained the largesse ability, which is fun. Yeah, having Wrath against this guy feels a little bit like beating a little dog. Locust, who is, I think, our scout. Did I make her a scout? Yeah, I think I made her the scout. She rolls a 6. She gains a -1 evasion token, and then she doesn't gain 3 survival, but she'll discard that with Song of the Brave. Lerva rolls an 8. She gains largesse. Don't know that it matters. We might actually go for some honourable on the survivors with the bell, because the level 4 bell ability, Goth gains largesse. The level 4 bell ability is actually really awesome. It's get some rerolls. And as you know from my last game, rerolls are glorious. So everyone discards all their negative attribute tokens. We get to go first because we are legends. Guess what? We also get to ambush, which means we get 2 turns before this guy has a go. Yes, that is how that works. And hello to you, Dead Jim. Ambushing and going first seems great. Enjoy this guy not having an entire turn. Let's see how many monsters I can go through without them getting a turn. I am standing right next to the guy with the dude with Wrath. So we're going to have a swing with Wrath. We hit with Wrath. Okay, so we find a reflex. That's okay because Wrath crits on a 4+. Wrath rolls a 1. What can I do about that? Oh, the Gambler's Chest has done some great stuff. The Gambler's Chest has done some really awesome stuff. It definitely has done really great stuff for giving people that are struggling with the game a chance to just, play the game and have fun. We literally hit on a 3+ and wound on a 2+, and we rolled a 1. All right. So this guy runs over the top of us with his reflex. Have you got a proficiency, Louse? No, got no proficiency. So you're just going to cop it. How fun. Stupid. All right, turn towards the attacker and move 3 spaces forward. 1, 2, 3. So both Goth and that guy get knocked down. We will surge to stand up Louse. We'll do that with Xylo troops. And what do we got on top? It's another reflex. Okay, we can bounce back and do the same thing. We'll surge. We'll roll a 2. Come on, Dedo. I talked it up. So we don't hit there. All right, who can we crit with now? Let's try and do the knuckle shield. So the knuckle shield's in the side. Three speed. Oh, actually, we probably should go do some lanterns first. I don't want to do lanterns. What's the knuckle shield wounding on? Strength 3 plus 1, 4, 20 on 10s. So that's just a dumb play. That's a dumb play. We're going to pass turn. Hey, Gian. We're going to pass turn. Then we're going to ambush and do our turn again. So Wrath's going to have a go this time. Let's try again. Wrath swings. Rolls a lantern 10. It's a perfect hit. Can we now roll like a 4+? It's a lantern 10. The monster gains a -1 speed token if we roll a 6+, which we do. So he's -1 speed. He's also, he gains a -1 speed token, which I'm now about to clear off and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, -1 speed, -1 accuracy, 8, 9 automatic wounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's now down to toughness 10. Perfect. What's on top now? There's a parry location. We'll surge. Actually, yeah, we'll surge with Louse. Swing with the Wrath, hits, crits. The monster loses a toughness token. That doesn't matter because he's got none. So there we go. Okay. Proficiency point earned for Louse. Well done. Let's try and get this shield point, which is the next most important thing. That's a parry, so maybe I'll do Goth. Flinch token, you need to wound. Okay. Black sword, we've got no luck. I guess the Gax is maybe our best option. All survives in the same citadel tiles, the monster suffer bash. Yeah, just a cheeky 9 wounds. So with the scout, we'll explore this one. Oh, that's helpful. That's very helpful. With this chick, we'll explore this one. Oh, also very helpful. All right, looks like we are going for this, whatever happens. Goth is going to move 1 space to here and try and attack with the Lantern Halberd. She's 3 speed. She hits on a 4+. She gets a 3, a 4, and a 2. Hang on, does she have any accuracy? Scout's done, that chick's done. Goth has no accuracy, so Goth just hits once on this. Perfect. Can she wound? No, she can't. She doesn't have a parry. All survivors in the same citadel tiles as the monster suffer bash. Leather armor chick can't be knocked down. She's knocked down. We'll spend a survival to stand her up with the leather armor chick. Which is Lucy. Oh, Lucy's still in the go. So good work, Goth. What's on top of the deck now? A super dense. I reckon we can afford to swing again with... oh no, Goth. At the end of your attack with a melee weapon, if you are standing, make another attack with the same weapon. It gains slow. So Goth misses. Fantastic. We'll surge with Goth. This is going really well. So this is a 3 speed attack, hitting on a 4+. Hit, hit. 2 hits. Super dense and death blow. I'm actually happy that we aren't doing the death blow. 2+. Yes. 2+. Yes. 1, 2. What's on top? +2 luck to wound this with daggers and guitars. She gets to make an extra swing with her spear. It hits. It wounds but doesn't crit. She's done. So Goth has done 1, 2, 3 wounds. Why has she got immortal? So she's not attacking from the blind spot. That's fine. She shouldn't have. I'm just going to do this so we're not cheating too badly. Okay, so now we're going to try and do a shield wound. That's +2 toughness to wound this location, but that's fine. So we're going to swing with the shield on Xylo Troopers. We roll a 6 and a 7. I think the 6 is a hit. It is. Okay, and with 3 speed, we actually roll an extra attack. So, okay, so 2 hits with the shield. This is an important roll. We've got +2 toughness and we've got a failure reaction. Okay, so we don't want the failure, but yeah. Okay, so knuckle shield, wounding on a strength 3 +1 4. So this is on a 6+ to wound with the knuckle shield because he's down to toughness 10. That's a 4. So we fail. Oh, that was actually an 8+. But this one is a 6+. Oh, it's a 5. We didn't get any minus toughness tokens, did we? No. Okay, failure. If adjacent, perform smash, target the attacker. So this guy's going to walk over here. Goth's going to get flung backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This guy's going to get knocked down, but he has shield. Nope, so he's knocked down. And we're going to go this way, starting here. Good. Oh, that's okay, I think. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 5 to go. Yo, we're going to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we stayed right on the edge with Xylotroopers. We didn't fall off, but we do have to mark off 1, 2, 3 points of damage on Xylotroopers, and they go on the head, the body, and the body. We didn't get the wound, though. That's the unfortunate thing. She is not knocked down. She is knocked down. Goth is knocked down. Start of the monster turn, everyone's going to stand up anyway because we've got Fist and Tooth Mastery in the settlement. The scout can't go anywhere. Just don't want the scout to get pummeled. Okay, that's fine. The guy gets a turn. What do we got? We've got Bat Away, the closest threat in range. It turns to here. Move and attack target. We'll do that. It's a 3-speed attack. Hitting on 3+. Louse has evasion 2. We've got Stone Architect, or High Roller, so we'll take that 10. We'll put that here. Cheers. The 6 is a hit, the 2 is a miss. We'll dodge the 6. And that card does nothing else, so that's fine. I'm not going to be able to get to the guy, I don't think. With my shield guy, we've bounced off. Okay, so do we need anyone else to get proficiency points? You've got your sword, you missed your shield. You don't need spear. You haven't even got one. What do you got? Okay, we'll put sword on you as well. And Goth, sure, you can have spear from the Lantern Halberd. It's odd that the Lantern Halberd is considered a spear, when halberd is an axe and a spear, I suppose. Okay, it's back to our turn. We'll roll to hit with Wrath on this. This is suffer a random brain trauma, adding 2 to the result. That seems fine. So Wrath hits on an 8. We'll use this critical to wound, which means High Roller goes 1 up. We do a wound. The monster survives within 2 spaces. It is just Louse. Suffers a random brain trauma, adding 2 to the result. So because of our torment, this is a straight brain trauma roll. That's a 7. Brain trauma on a 7. Lunacy, gain a random disorder and 1d5. Insanity will gain 4 insanity. And the random brain or disorder that we get is destined. All right, what do we got on top? Inverted knee joint. Failure, perform shockwave. Ooh, if we do a critical, he gains a -1 movement token. We do 2 wounds. We'll swing again with Wrath. We hit on a perfect hit. We crit on a 6. So that's 1 wound, and that'll archive these 2. We just need to do 1 wound. We'll move to here. The chick with the black sword will go to here. What do we got on top? A polished gorget. 3 speed with the black sword. With Lurvy. 7, 6, 10. 3 hits. Just don't flip the trap, you gooseball. Mustachioed Helm. Her courage is more than 3, so she doesn't have to cancel her attack. It's a super dense. She rolls a critical. Oh, shit. That was a very short fight. She was... Deathblow is in the discard. Yeah, we don't actually want to kill him, Militides. We want him to stay... Where was the trap? Did I bottom deck the trap? Oh my god, I bottom decked the trap again. That's good. I had a lot of traps in the Gorm. Yeah, no, we didn't want a Deathblow. We could. But we want to get Marchioness armor And the death blow location only gives you 2 armor pieces, as I recall. So 1 hunt XP, 1 weapon proficiency. No, this is level 2. Xylo Troops gets a philosophy. Laos Locus 1. Gothi's going to ponder disintegration. And we shall return and advance the year. Ooh, creeping longing. So a lot of things happening right now. That was, how long did that fight take? Yeah, a paltry 20 minutes. So let's, on this one, we're going to take card number 7, and on this one, we're going to take card number 10. Yep, irradiated. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have shapes in the darkness, and this one, I already rolled at 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Smoke break. Wrath. Wrath's pretty good. Each survivor gains 2 insanity and removes a random disorder. Nominate 8 survivors to lose 2 hunt XP. Oh my god, that is awesome. Alright, we're taking this one for sure. Let's do our radiated chick. So she is a 2. That's a cool card. I love that. A 1 or a 2, she dies. Anything else, she is great. She rolls a lantern 10, so that's +1 strength. Monmouth. The irradiated. Unseen illness. During the update timeline step, on a 5 or less, you succumb to radiation poisoning. Nullifying antibody. Gain a permanent strength. Fantastic. Go Monmouth. Okay, so this new one's called Smoke Break. This is very interesting. Okay, so if the settlement does not have heat, we do have heat. The survivors puff on pipes of... Cool. But you can't depart. Oh, and the gambler roll. Yep, okay, so gambler roll, whatever that's called. That's a 1, so one of our nuffies has a bad turn. They've had a bad time. We haven't done a real good job of building the dream this time. The dream architect's going really well. Dream schematic. Suffer the broken arm, severe injury. I think someone that's going to suffer the broken arm is one of these Nuffalos down here. I think we'll go with... well, I was going to tell Scribe Guy about that, but as a matter of fact, that's not a core expansion, so Scribe Guy doesn't actually do that. I fixed that myself. You can actually go in and edit the custom expansions, and so I went out and fixed it myself. Ant, we're not trying to get Legion, so Ant is dead, which will get us a Graves bonus. No, it's actually not going to, because what's-her-name's going to kill him. He's got a broken arm, but Goth's going to kill him because of in the... Is that happening in the aftermath? I should actually read Goth's thing, because if that's the case, it's not going to help me there. Goth. When you are a returning survivor. Yep, okay, cool. So we can do that whatever time we want. So let's roll this. 1 to 9, both of those would be fine. Nominate 8 survivors to gain +1 courage and survival up to the settlement survival limit. Cool. All right. Well, Mayfly is going to get +1 courage. So she's going to become a matchmaker. Very nice. Her bold roll, she rolls a 3. I think that's gain an endeavour or re-roll an endeavour result this phase. Bold roll, settlement phase, may re-roll 1 endeavour result this phase. Fantastic. So Mayfly gets survival up to the settlement limit, which is 22. Cool. So Mayfly, 1 courage. 2 courage for Ramulus. Perfect. 1 courage for Hoo Hoo Grub. He just gets himself another. Yeah, well, we just got the food one with the Supreme Stew. Anyone else need the courage? Yeah, Nephilia, we'll give her a courage. Silo Troopers doesn't need it. Let's go Nat. What are we at? 4 now. Millipede, 5. Millipede's not going to worry about aiding the survival because they're a collectivist. Nat is a regalist, so we'll go 22. Okay, so yeah, Locust and Scarab. I think that's enough. Fantastic. Yeah, it's not going to matter, they're departing. Okay, so, but if any of those people depart, they actually suffer the collapsed lungs, severe body injury, unless they have thingy lungs. Okay, we can give someone Secret Fighting Art Red Fist. Locust, Red Fist. The collapsed lung is just, you can't dash, I think. I suppose that's not great for this particular showdown we're about to go to. Red Fist, isn't it? Okay, so I didn't give it to Monmouth, so she's going out. I didn't give it to Mosquito, so she's going out. I did give it to Nephilia. Xylo Troopers is probably not going out anyway. I didn't give it to Celestrina. Yeah, we are fighting a Screaming God. And let's take... I did want to get the Prodigy out, but maybe we take Trigona. Cool. So none of those people... Did I give it to Celestrina? I don't think so. So yeah, okay, so none of those people took the bonus. We could go Goth again. We could. Let's have a look at Goth's thing before we get crazy. So someone could gain a philosophy, which was Xylo could ponder. So we'll just hopefully get Marrowism. Ambitionism? No! No, Xylo Troopers, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. All right, well, we're going to add rivalry, but it's going to be the other person. So Xylo Troopers gets 1 strength because we've got 1 other ambitionist, which will be, it won't be our legend, it won't be Scarab, it'll be, oh, who grubs the red survivor? This is bullshit, Dano. What have you done here? All right, we'll go Scarab the Prodigy. Gain a strength. Oh, this is a terrible thing, Dano. Why have you flipped that? I could have just spent Lumi and picked one, you know. Could have just spent Lumi and picked it. What do we roll? We roll a Lantern 10, so we get to choose a knowledge to be our tenant and gain 1 courage and 3 Lumi from Xylo Troopers. Good call. Oh, no, you have to nominate it then. I wonder if we are actually eligible to ponder. Osteophage. Just trying to load up on osteophages now. What's our returning? Yeah, 9 endeavours on return. Seems nice. So Xylotrupes gains 1 courage and 3 Lumi. Takes osteophage. Perfect. So you're not pondering when you select it. So I think we can get a... I think we can ponder at rank 2 here. So let's ponder at rank 2. Gain an understanding and 3 Lumi. Correct me if I'm wrong there, friends, but I think because we have rolls a 2, font of ingenuity, gain an evasion. Yeah. It says you don't gain the age milestones. Xylotrupes is a returning survivor. Okay, so we don't get any of those things from the outcast. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Because we don't get anything. Okay, well that's good. No ambitionists fighting with rivalry then. Good. Okay, we'll get rid of Scarab Strength bonus. Okay, fine. So we're going to spend 1 to innovate. We're going to spend 1 to Nightmare Train with Xylotrupes. So let's go Xylo. 1, 2, 3. We just need to get 1 proficiency point here with shield. Job done. Shield mastery achieved. Okay, so Xylo can get out of here now. We don't need anything from you any further. You might get a run later on, but yeah. Let's do our innovate. Let's do Goth. What do we got? Goth. So she's rank 2. All right. What happens with Goth at rank 2? Fear in the gathering gloom. An uncanny survivor staggers out of the darkness, snuffling after Goth's lingering scent. Its peeling skin reveals patches of flesh pulsing with black veins. With a hoarse cry, the interloper charges at her. In this instant, she considers submitting to oblivion. Roll 1d10 and add Goth's heart to the result. We roll a 6, which turns into an 8. If the settlement chose accept the darkness. Oh, man. We didn't. Otherwise, the survivors are left dumbstruck by her violence. Hey, match fixer. Hello, champion. Good on you, Goth. You're just so shithouse. Not really a fan of Goth's story so far. Does she have a new neurosis? No. Wow, the 1 to 4 result is terrible there. Suffer 2 -2 population and suffer a dismembered arm. That's bad. Yeah, I don't think I'll be doing any more Goth. Does she? No. All right, Screaming God. So we did our Dream Architect. Let's do our innovation. I've got to spend the resources, but we'll just do that now. We're going to do Darkened Workshop, actually. I'll grab that in a second. So first one, Albedo. Second one, Scarification. Citrinitas. Come on, Deno. Lucid Dreams. That's awful, really. Scarification. If it was scarification from Preacher, I'd be interested. I'm not interested in those. Yep, Darkened Workshop. This is an important role. I brought how many survivors with 3 understanding? So returning survivor number 1 is Locust, 3 understanding. Returning survivor number 2, Louse, no understanding. Returning survivor, Lerva, 3 understanding. Xylo, nope. And Goth, 3 understanding. So I'm getting +3 to this roll on the Darkened Workshop. We need to get a 9 plus to get all of the Marchioness set. So a 9 plus means we need to roll 6 plus to 50-50. I'll probably use someone's reroll, maybe. We don't need to, so. Oh man, a 13 plus is actually awesome. I should be aiming for that. That is unreal. 3 Black Knight armor patterns of your choice. The survivor with the highest understanding gains basic resources equal to their understanding. Unfortunately, our highest understanding that we took there was Goth. 3. So can actually we go for a second Wrath? Is that a for real thing? We can, right? We can go for 2 Wrath. We got a second portcullis key. Why not? Let's slide it in there. Let's see if we can roll another 7 plus and get a second Wrath. No, we roll a 2. Okay, so who do we have? Xylo Troopers is going to roll. We don't need to worry about having dismembered arms. So yeah, let's go for it. Let's go for lifetime reroll on Troopers and try again. Oh, it's a 6. We needed a 7. Unlucky. So Xylo Troopers has got 2 dismembered arms. No problems. Still gets the shield mastery. Ah, well. Second luck. That would have been nice. Don't think we need it. It's very unlikely to get archived. So that's a cool event. I really like that event. With my savior, I'm not going out with the savior. I'm going to use them to see us nice. Have a fantastic day. Hope it's not too hot for you. All right, Culinary Ingenuity. We achieved that this year. Departing survivors gain survival up to the survival limit and 2 strength tokens. We also gain the Supreme Stew meal card. So Celestrina is a gourmandist, so we're going to give her a little one of those, I think. A little Supreme Stew, if you don't mind. How do we get that on her gear grid, though? Okay, Mosquito is Qatar. Has she got osteophage? She does. Have a good heat shower. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Mon Moth is our atomic screaming chick. So yeah, let's load that up. And Italy, wow. Okay, so we can't do that. Garter Lake, beautiful. Don't need that. Okay, so I'm just going to do some little gear grid poking around. So we are going to take the Forge Priest Hammer on someone, but this is the Atomic Lance. So we're going to try and pair the Lance and Wrath into a fun little wombo combo, which will be great. We can go for the Lemniscate, and we also have we got so many good options here. Holy shit. Okay, so this is the Atomic Lance, and if we wanted to, we could put Deflect here. I don't think we need to. So yeah, we've got the 5 pieces of that. We've got that. We don't need a monster tooth necklace. We definitely go a dried acanthus and a luck charm. Okay, so that's a cool grid. So leather worker, round leather shield. That's now 2 armor points thanks to getting that mastery, which is great. Organ grinder, 2 on departure. 1 luck, no strength, perfect. So Monmouth is irradiated. So this is going to do some very severe damage to this guy. She's got natural healer. What a legend. Okay, so we want Wrath on this grid. Now, does this person have osteophage? You're damn right they do. Cool. So that's Wrath. That's a Nuke Knuckle. That's a red power core to give Sharp, just in case. Don't think we'll need it, but not bad. Haha. Oh, that's nice. That's a nice, nice thing to say. So you have a Juliet and you met her there. I mean, they did commit suicide together. Let's not forget that for a little while. Suboptimal, really. Who's our scout? Am I sending Xylo troopers out? The guy's got 2 dismembered arms. You're not going out, mate. You're cooked. Are we going out with Goth? Again, I don't want to go out with Goth. She is shit house. None of these guys need to go out. Zach Ant, physiognomy could be fine. She got Max. Tiger Moth didn't. Yes, let's send Tiger Moth out, I guess. Actually, Louse. We'll send out Louse. She's destined, so she has to go. Perfect. So let's make the Marchioness set. I think we can do that. I'm getting all over the place here. I'm too excited about this Screaming God showdown. 1, 2, 3. Okay, Love Juice, Perfect Hide, Monster Hide. That's what we got from our guy. Love Juice, Monster Hide, Perfect Hide. I'll spend the Skull, the Hide, and a Radioactive Dung. That's a fantastic question, Footy, and I can answer that because Gorm Climate forced us to archive an innovation. And I chose to archive one of the Gorm innovations, and that returns it to the deck. But it's an excellent question. Normally that would not be possible. So, okay, so that was for my innovation. Now I'm going to craft at the pattern gear because I'm gaining the rest of these. We're going to craft the Gorget, I99, leather, 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 bone, bone. Done. The Solarettes requires leather, and the Marchioness requires leather. I'm going to spend one of these to make leather. And that is going to turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 leather. Excellent. So now, from the pattern gear, we'll craft the trousers, leather, 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 organ hide, craft, and we'll craft the Solarettes. Gormite, we're losing a Gormite, I think. Oh, that's it, it's all about options. Giving up a Gormite seems silly. I can make another black sword. Question is, do I want to make another black sword? It's strength 10, 3 speed, 5. So it's going to be wounding on, it's not going to be wounding that great. And if it's used with a, I'm going to do it. We could craft a Gusky. It is a boring weapon, you're right. We are going to mineral gather, yes. Okay, so now I have a full March in S set. So that is probably what I'm going to use here instead of this thing. So let's have a play with this bad boy. This is like one of the coolest sets. And we could actually use the Regal Plume on this as well, which is awesome. Stoneface Cloak, we don't need those. We've also got the Lemniscate gear, which we can play around with too. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, I wanted to make the Colossal Chef's Carver. Actually, I really do need to make this Chef's Carver. I think that required iron. Let me just maybe do a quick shift back here. Yeah, that required 3 iron. So if I don't make the Gorget, I can use the Regal Helm instead. So the Gorget is 3 iron. So I'm going to take my 3 iron back and me 2 leather and my 3 bone. So we'll just do it this way. So we'll just go 1, 2, 3 bone, 2 leather, 3 iron. Doesn't matter what they were. And then 2 leather, 3 iron. And then we craft the chef's thing. Yeah, iron, black lichen. Okay, perfect. We need to spend 2 Lumi for that, so that'll just be from the guy who just picked up shit tons of Lumi that is got no arms left. Troopers, 7, 1, 2. We'll just grab some knowledges. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stoneheart's nice. Departing survivors are gaining 22 survival. So they're gaining survival up to the settlement's survival limits. And 2 strength tokens as well. Okay, so we're back to here. So this is definitely our best option for the Wrath, I think. Now, Fish, Wisdom Potion. The Wisdom Potion probably doesn't need to be there. Actually, I don't see any other better spots for it. The Fish is a 50-50, really. I need 2 reds activated. This needs to be... Ooh, we need a down red. Okay, so that's all there. That's fine. So maybe I'm just going to ditch the Fish. We need a down-facing red. I think the only one I've got of those is maybe a... we could use this Lemniscate Crozier, which is completely pointless. Or we could use the Healing Potion. I don't actually need to trigger that, as a matter of fact. I don't have to trigger that. +2 movement while you have a sword in your gear grid. We've got the 2 blues. We could go for 3 blues, can we? More blues. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3. If I went blue charm, I need Wrath. So we'll go Wrath. Five. So we've got March in S set. A shield would be good, but we don't need it. We could just go the green core, which I made, give deflect, and then just throw up a deflect. That seems not terrible. Okay. Yep, I think that's okay. Forge Priest Hammer probably goes here. Yeah, they're not great, but I need some more time anyway to tweak these. Oh, where's me bone sickle and shit going? Okay, let's trash that and put a sickle there. And then we'll put the pickaxe on the scout. Perfect. Okay, let's look at this. Okay, so scout is Trigona, has osteophage. We're going to turn that into a pickaxe. And we're going to lose the 2 survival. Perfect. Done. So louse. Oh, where's my colossal chef's carver? That's here. I need this out. So this I spent all this time making this because when you wound the monster, gain an organ of your choice. There's the red down. Oh, okay. We're on. We're back on, Deno. Let's do it. It's a dagger though. Okay. Let's dance. Gonna be okay. So we've got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 blues, which triggers that. It triggers that. It triggers that. We've got 2 reds. It triggers that. That's triggered. Perfect. So if we put Wrath there, then we trigger everything we wanted to. That's fantastic. That's perfect. Excellent. And if we wound with that, we get to take an organ of our choice. So I'm trying to do what I can here to eliminate the the punishment. Okay, so you are going to be leather black sword, and I'm going to change that to the actual leather worker helmet. I'm going to change that to the sickle. I'm going to change that to the Forge Priest hammer, which was a very useful weapon for Lousy. We're going to give you club proficiency. So she's done. Screaming God, a level 1. Mosquito. Okay, so Mon Mothma is here. Lousy is here. Scouty's there. So that's all good. Celestrina is purple. And she is just, everything is perfect there for her. What would be great though, is if I could get this Supreme Stew on her. So I can get delicious consuming benefits. We don't need that. We really don't need that. That's just outstandingly excessive. I don't think I need that anywhere. I'll just keep that in the pocket for my Lemniscate set. So she's cool with that. Done. Mosquito is our last chick. She's up here. So she is a Qatar Marrowist, but she's already got max Qatar spec. So let's instead load her up with this March NS set. Perfect. So pattern gear, Colossal Chef's Carver, March NS gear, March NS blouse. That's going to be the Regal Plume. Pattern gear, Regal Plume. We're going to have March NS armor because the Regal Plume shares metal with the March NS set. The gloves, this is going to be the March NS trousers. This is a fun little set here. This is the March NS Solarates, which is actually getting us 0 benefits. Pattern gear. We've got the Fish of a Bunt now. We've got the Lucky Charm there. And then this is Wrath. Wrath. Okay, so we're gaining 1 luck. We're gaining 2 movement because we've got a sword in our gear grid. We've got Riposte. Swords in our gear grid gain Deflect 1. And that's it. Perfect. Fantastic. All we need there is a shield. If we can throw down a shield there, that is just a perfect gear grid somehow. But yeah, Wrath, we need Wrath in that gear grid. Perfect. All right, we're underway. So Mosquito. That's Mosquito. Don't even get me started. That is our Atomic Lance, which I'm using Poison Partisan Ridica, which is awesome. This is my Greatest Gax guy, which is a cool guy. And we can now set up for the Screaming God. All right, fantastic. Let's get all this shit out of the way from the Black Knight. Oh, fuck. How good is that going to be? So no one is suffering collapsed lung. And the Screaming God showdown. Oh, I did. So I said to myself, if you go into the Screaming God dono, make sure everyone's got a Canthus so you can archive it in case you roll that deaf one. We're not going to be doing a lot of archiving of that one, which is a shame. I've only got 1 person with it. But I think Herb and Mineral Gathering are more important for now to our current situation. So let's do that. Okay, some terrain cards, some of these bad boys, some of these, which I'll worry about in a second. We don't need Fatal Blaze, we don't need Pressure Burst yet. But we do need Devoured, Withering Blast, Grasping Undermaw, Stampede, and Endless Horizon. So we'll worry about that in a second. Champion is not meant to be part of the Dreamkeeper's work. The first knowledge you get is survive, the last is thrive. Yeah. I hate Champion. Shall never use it again. So we've still got some endeavors to spend, by the way, which we're going to do now. In my settlement. So we're going to taxidermy twice. And then I think we might do some trepanning. Clear some disorders, maybe. Actually, we might do some nightmare training. Yeah, so we're doing 2 taxidermies. But who do we want to get proficiency on? I think someone was at 7. Yeah, so Scarab is going to do a nightmare train. First of all, rolls a 7, rolls another one, rolls a 4, rolls again, rolls an 8. So that's a total of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and gains Axe Mastery. So we're now gonna, yeah. Hoo Grub will do a nightmare training. So first roll is a 2, we'll spend a survival into a 1. So we'll do another nightmare training. Lantern 10, so that's going to be gain of strength. And then we'll do 1 more, and I think that'll just be my last endeavor. into a 10, get another strength. What a dickhead Hoo Grub is. Too much strength. Okay. Are any of my departing survivors lacking knowledge slots? Yeah, Trigona. She'll spend 3 Lumi to buy Dark Eye? No, we won't worry about that. Fantastic. So let's go over here. Got rid of our smoke break. Let's shuffle this, and then we're going to do Screaming God. Oh, hang on, we're going to do Creeping Longing. I definitely forgot that. Man, this settlement phase has taken me double the time it took to do the other thing. Nuffy, Xylo Troopers, rolls a 5. Xylo Troopers is possessed, gains an Amelia, and we're going to add this to the timeline 3 years from now. So 1, 2, 3, Lantern Year 21, Creeping Longing. Okay, fantastic. And now we'll do the hunt phase on this guy. Here he is. He's a long way down the track. I forgot about that. We have Song of the Brave now, though. Great thing that this guy punishes Song of the Brave. It's just too good. It's nice to have something that punishes it. We go to here. So let's depart. And then we'll just... yeah, absolutely. And that was the reason I didn't want to include this guy, Black Knight, because of what he does to your timing of hunts. But it's okay. We got some good stuff out of it. I think Wrath makes that worthwhile, that trade. All right, 2 strength tokens, and we consumed on departure, so we're going to take an accuracy. And yeah, so that's Celestrina done. Get 2 strength tokens there. That's absolutely correct. 2 strength tokens here. Yeah, so that's fine. 2 strength tokens here. And that's it. Excellent. All right, Screaming God. So our first hunt event is Fathomless Song. It's the one that gives Garaskophobia. Okay, has anyone got 8 Insanity? Louse has an 8. Oh, man. All survivors whose insanity includes the digit 8 feel their minds stretched. They gain Garaskophobia and 88 Insanity. I love that so much. Oh, Garaskophobia and 88 Insanity to go to 96. Fantastic. We don't get to skip the next hunt space. That's it. This one is a normal random hunt event. Garaskophobia. 69. That's the Phoenix event. Oh, man. How many of these things are going to come our way? I don't know. Oh, I don't know what to do, man. This settlement is just on a rampage. Okay. We haven't fought a Phoenix, so we roll 1d10 on the table, and we roll an 8. And that is, everyone gets a new name. Yeah, survivors' minds fill with alien memories. You may regain all of your lifetime rerolls. Mosquito gets hers. Mon Moth, Louse, Trigona gets hers. All right. So we're just going to be dodgy because I want to do some fighting against this guy. So this is Trigona the second. This is Celas. This is Mozzie. This is Mosquito's third name. And Mon Moth will become Mon Mothma. And louse will become lousy. All right, fantastic. Very Aussie of us. Okay, so everyone gets 1 survival, don't need it, 1 hunt XP. So we can do that here. We don't get the philosophies till we return, but we do get character cards right now. So yeah, there's going to be some impairments here where, since we're playing my rules, we have to take the good with the bad, which means some impairments will be coming our way. So the first person is Celas. She gets bright knives, +2 strength with daggers. It is a thin deck. There's one that's frenzy when you arrive at the showdown, which I'm sure I'm gonna get. I would never normally play that, but I was like, I've never played that. Maybe I should play it. I was expecting not to have that many character cards. The sword, +1 strength and accuracy. Oh my god, that's with wrath. Get out of here. Excellent. Mon Mothma, does she become frenzied with her atomic lance? On arrival, gain 3 insanity. And she's a natural healer. Lousy. Lousy's got the tough. Yeah, the tough. That's great. There's like 7 cards left. And the last person, Trigona the Second, the clever. Oh, that's so good. It is in here. The bow, the hunger, that's fine. Yeah, the impetuous, that's awful. Disinterested is fine. Yeah. Oh, great. I love it. Cool. All right. So let's go on to the next one, which is this one. It is Splendid Depiction. If the event revealer has... No, we don't. Okay. All survivors gain Distichophobia. All right. So you gain Distichophobia. You gain Distichophobia. I like this event in this context. You gain Distichophobia. People are worried about getting knocked over. Distichophobia. And that makes sense. Oh, everyone does get a disorder. Okay, well, I'm probably just going to replace Distichophobia. Okay, so you get a disorder. You get seizures. Very good. You had 3, so what did you get? Indecision will clear maladroit. This one, atelophobia, not the best. And this one is hemophobia, will clear garaskophobia. Perfect. Okay, so we've done all that. So that's done. We now still have to roll a random hunt event, which is great. 56. It's not 53 for a mask. I was looking at. I keep looking at the. I keep looking at the Campaigns of Death grand overview in 2024's Black Friday Kickstarter update. The Gorm mask is on there. I was like, I should print that out and use that. Did I not do Trigona? I didn't. You're right. Thank you. Vestophobia. What a fantastic one to flip on the Scout. That is the 3rd time that my Scout with Osteophage has flipped Vestophobia. Cheers. Okay, so we get to ambush the monster, and that's great. Let's continue on, thanks to the dead monster. Random event. 74. Big Vesto. That's a good one. That's a new one, Fen. Did everyone see last night they did some footage? They did another promo with Big Deno in it. There's a classic photo of me in there that Mossy took when I was wearing her I put on her, she wanted to stretch her leggings. She said her leggings was too tight. So I said, I'll put them on. So I put her leggings on and I was trying to stretch them out. So she took a classic photo of me and then sent it to the guys, and that's gone on my thing. How good. Each survivor rolls 1d10. We're antler gouged. Trigona rolls a 3. You carefully tread over the destroyed faces. Lousy rolls a 4. You carefully tread over the destroyed faces. Next person, carefully tread. I'll pop the link in there now. 5, carefully tread. And the last person rolls a 7, and that is carefully tread. All right, let me grab the link. Here it is. Go enjoy that. Have a bit of fun with that. We're on to this one, which is Maze Runner. Okay, so the event revealer doesn't have double dash, but this is a scout, so they're going to be just rolling double there. Yeah, great, fantastic. So add your movement to this roll. Let's go Scouty. Scout rolls a 9. Gain Runner's Dystonia. Yeah, I've got to remember that one for this showdown. Yes. Overwhelming Darkness, let's do it. All right, so first person, uh, lose a courage or gain a person. We'll just lose a courage. Next person, 1 event damage to the arms. Next person, 1 event damage to the arms. Next person, 7 is 1 event damage to the arms. And the scout rolls a 6, which is everyone gains a survival, and they gain a -1 evasion token, which we can discard. All right, let's do a herb gather, mineral gather, and then our sonorous rest. So the herb gathering, everyone gets a survival. We will gain 1 here, and then she'll actually gain 1 from that scout thing. Cool. So that's 13, 23 plus 8, 7, and 6, 1, 1, 1. We get to the right one, which is another 3 survival for everyone, plus 2 dried acanthus, plus we gain a random vermin resource, which will be a hissing cockroach. If you are insane, you must consume this. So who am I going to give that to? I'll give that to Sellas. She's going to lose all of her survival. Actually, no, we give it to this person. And gain 2d10 insanity. 10. Perfect. Let's grab a pickaxe and find our way into the thing. Noah 3, gain hemophobia. That person's already got hemophobia, so we'll move on with our lives. The one that lets us do sonorous rest. So she's got no blues, so she'll just gain 1, 2, 3. She's got no blues. She'll just get 1, 2, 3. Insanity. She's going to take survival. She's going to get 4 survival. And she's going to take insanity. She's got 1, 2, 3 blues. Cool. We do this one. Running Dream. The event revealer, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. Okay, so this is Mozzie. Yep, so she rolls a dice. She rolls a 7. Mozzie suffers -1 permanent strength and gains the fighting art parkour. Pretty good for our Regalist. Let's use our once per lifetime thing to get parkour. Because I rolled on it last couple of times and didn't get it. Yeah, cool. So we'll give her a systemic pressure. And that's it. Fun. Our last hunt event is Traces of Shelter. Nominate a survivor to gain a courage and investigate. I will nominate Mozzie, gains a courage, investigates, and she rolls a 5. If you have roll on the hunt event table, perfect. Our last hunt event before the monster, 83. Not Scribe's book, that's 84. I feel like we have rolled like the same result so many times. Flesh Monolith. The event revealer gains a courage and investigates. Cool, so we'll roll a dice on the Flesh Monolith. We roll a Lantern 10. If the settlement has graves, you ascend the heap and find 3 barely living survivors. If you return to the settlement, +3 population. Sure, let's get 3 population. I'm going to call this one Fleshy. I'm assuming we're going to make it back. I'm going to call this one Moni. And we call this one Lithy. Yep, good work. Thanks for your gracious support of our collective toil endeavours and our tremendous rerolls required. That's it, we make it to the showdown. We ambush the Screaming God, so this guy's in some big trouble. Here he goes here. On this spot. We will be ambushing him. Where is he? Yep. There's no... we'll worry about this in a second. Okay, B, 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 L, 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 A. Cool. 12 basics, 5 advanced. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I don't even know what our best gear grids look like right now. I mean, these have got to be pretty close, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But yeah, I'm not really sure what our best look like. Done. Haven't missed any cards in here, no, okay. I definitely can do some more optimizing. That is a fact. There's a lot of little things I can do here. But, yeah. All right, so let's run through. We'll apply our arrival bonuses, which is a lot. We do need to probably focus on getting a few more Marrowists because I've got that Marrowist knowledge that gives us extra attacks, and that will be actually really useful against the Parasite Queen. So, okay, on arrival, she has got nothing special, so she's fine. Mozzie on arrival, oh yeah, we also get to gain 5 arrival stuff. Joint array, so we want her to be the first person to attack. So she gains +4 strength. Mon Mothma. Okay, so she's got a physiognomy. Yep, exactly. And that's it. Okay, so we've got one physiognomy, so let's do that. So it's either a toppled pillar or a sinkhole. I think we'll just put a toppled pillar right down the end near the edge so it can just get trundled off. Call that a day. And then let's start the showdown. Okay, so the scout, we want to keep them probably as close as possible. Let me think. All right, so what have I pressed there? I pressed the wrong button. Good work, Dano. Okay, so she's got the chef's carver, so we want her to do a damage. She doesn't have reaction cancelling. The first person has this, so we want to use Wrath for the first one. So we can put a Divine Fragment. Then we want to use the Atomic Lance as well. So the reflex is move the monster 10 spaces towards the horizon. That probably doesn't hurt us. Yep. So, okay. Lance first, yeah. I'm just going to do that. And yeah, so we got our Horizon card. So I've just got to remember a few things. So first of all, I'm just going to run through. I don't want to miss anything here. I want to make sure we're playing this guy as well as we could. The rest of it I've been a bit laissez-faire, but we're fine here. Okay, so Stalwart, Axe Spec, Axe Master. So we've got that persistent injury thing. Okay, we need to remember that. Find the castle. So find the castle is actually so powerful. Find the castle would have to be the most underrated tenant knowledge of all of the knowledges. You can move 3 spaces diagonally. That is effectively 6 movement for the cost of 3 movement. But the most important thing is you can use that to dash away from the monster. Even the higher speed monsters, with the exception of this guy and with the Sunstalker, you can evade a dash. You can dash cancel using Find the Castle. It's incredible. It's such a good ability. People don't rate that enough, in my opinion. Okay, so physiognomy fine, Legion we don't care about. On arrival we're gaining 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is so good. Physiognomy Legion, okay, nullifying, largesse, nope, that's fine. Okay, so spear spec, yeah. Lousy high roller, okay, we good to get her to get a high roller, and Trigona has, sure, get a free block. Okay, cool. So we don't have anything really that we need to worry about other than gear cards. So Atomic Lance, we want to give a couple of devastating wounds first. Ideally, we'll do a critical. So actually, we should slam with her because he can't be knocked back. And we can then use that to get a -1 toughness token. No, it's suffer -1 toughness till the end of the round, I think. Yep, okay, cool. All right, so the first one of these cards comes out, and it is an augmented tetrad. So that one seems pretty good for our purposes in this first turn. Okay, we ambush the monster. No, you get -1. You get -1 toughness from the actual screaming coat. So when you slam, it actually gets knocked back 2 and -1 toughness. Get a suited art. So yeah, the screaming set is the best node 2 set. Maybe the one that lets you cancel a hit from the Smog Singers is good. So we slam here. We're going to swing with this weapon. We are a 2-speed attack, which we're going to hit on a 3+ with the Atomic Lance. So we roll a 3 and a 7. So that's 2 hits. So the first one is Ceaseless Hand Hoof, and the second one is an Impervious Hit Location. So if we critical here, we get to double tap on both. And we'll do the reflex first, so it doesn't really matter. So that's a 5, so it is a wound, but it's not a critical. So the monster moves 10 spaces towards the horizon, but we have done a wound. It is devastating. So that's 1, 2 wounds. And he's got -3 toughness tokens, 1, 2, 3, for this turn. He then moves 10 spaces towards the horizon, which is going to place him right there. Excellent. All right, let's go with Wrath. So she'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there, and then dash. Which is cool. Nothing else going on there. Yep, sword. +1 strength and +1 accuracy with swords. So with Wrath, we're hitting on a 2+, critting on a lot. So we'll dash up to here, just so we can level up this. Gain progress. Okay. Actually, let's have a look at what's on the top of the deck first. We have a Reflex. Yep. Suffers bash and knockback 8. That'll be perfect for our purposes. So we hit on a 4, and now we critical on like a 3, 4, something stupid. It's a critical anyway. Archive the labyrinth tile closest to the monster. If it is adjacent, the shrapnel causes an additional wound. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 wounds, and we're going to archive those toughness tokens. Then we're going to flip this. Okay, so we want our Axe Master in there now, because that has a thingy wound. So we'll do that. So we cancel that reaction. Excellent. So let's go with the Axe Master now. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3 to there. And we will swing with the greatest of all Gaxes. So done. Dash. Okay, so we're desperate strike. We're doing a perfect hit on an 8. So that's a 9 and a 6 and a 1. So that's 2 hits, including a perfect hit, which means we have a lot of positive stuff happening here. So because we're an Axe Master, if we wound, we automatically do a critical on a location with a persistent injury. So we're going to do the wound, which is a critical anyway. And because of the critical, it's Savage, 1, 2. And then this one, we're wounding on a 2+. So we roll a 7. It's not a critical, but it's not a fail. So we do a wound. And that is it. Now that critical said Choking Clot, it will cancel the next Withering Blast it does. That's fine. This is a super dense location with a reflex. So let's go the Forge Priest Hammer. No, we can't get the Forge Priest Hammer in there, can we? No. No, we don't have enough movement to do that. And we don't have our guy that can pack leader us around. Move the monster towards the attacker if it ends adjacent. Yep, okay, cool. So we can just go the Black Sword. That's fine. But let's do Wrath and see if we can get a fragment adjacent to the monster. So we'll Surge with Wrath. Okay, so I'll just mark these off. So has dashed, has dashed, has surged. Perfect. So 2+. That's an 8, which is a hit. We get this. We're critting on like a 4+, 5+. That's a 9, so we critical. Place a divine fragment terrain tile adjacent to the monster. We gain a movement which may be spent immediately. So we're going to move backwards 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the divine fragment we're going to place, I need to get those out. Here. Yep, and that's going to then go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which will be perfect. She's used her Find the Castle again. So we're going to level that up. We would have cancelled the first reaction. What have we got on top of the deck now? We've got the Death Blow. That's a shame. Did I bring my Light Whisperer? Okay, proficiency points. Mozzie doesn't need guitar. Moni has got a spear. Lousy hasn't wanged the club in anger yet. The Scout doesn't need to do anything. So if we think very carefully here, what we want to happen this turn is this guy to move into us and attack the person with High Roller, which is Lousy. So normally his targeting is on the furthest person. So we'll just move the Scout to here. Yep. And then he's got a direct line to her, so that'll be fine. She doesn't need to do anything special. Let's just do a swing with the greatest Gax. A surge with the Gax. Perfect hit and 2 hits. So the Death Blow and this location, there is a wound. Move the monster 10 spaces towards the horizon, so that doesn't matter. We're critting on 8s or 9s. It's a 7, followed by an 8. Yeah, no savage there. But 2 wounds. 1, 2. And he moves towards the horizon. That's all good. There's a super dense with a reflex. Move the monster in a straight line until it reaches the stampede. Do I have any movement 6 survivors? Oh, Mozzie's movement 7. I didn't need to spend a dash for her. So she actually has a dash up her sleeve. She's movement 7, that's great. Remember that. Mon Mothma 5. Lousy 5, Scout's obviously 3. Okay, so even if I was to go here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm not going to get that. So I think we stay where we are, and this chick will dash when she needs to, if she needs to get away from the thing. So I think we'll call our turn there. It's fine. Whatevs. So yeah, so hasn't dashed. The only chick who's dashed is her. This guy will put up a... Nope, doesn't have a deflect. That's it. Yep. So what do we flip for the Monsters AI card? It is Blast Digestion. Closest knockdown survivor. There isn't one. Farthest threat by column. That's perfect. We'll do that on the target that we wanted. So that's going to slide down to here. And it's going to attack that guy with the Evasion. Lousy. So Evasion 4 and High Roller. So this is a 5-speed attack that's hitting on a 2+. And that 2+ goes to 6+. Okay, so we get a 9. We'll take the 9 using High Roller. These 3 miss, and we'll dodge this one. So he's then going to do a Withering Blast, but that's not going to trigger because of this. So that's it. So he's done. Okay, so we are going to use the Forge Priest Hammer. We're going to swing with the Forge Priest Hammer using Lousy's... Hang on, we're not going to do that. We're going to do this. And do this thing. What happens? We get the dominant tetrad. All right, so that's possibly going to be okay. So this comes down to 14, which is there. These come down to 14, which is there. Okay, so the dominant tetrad is going to be here, like that. So we need to dash her, but we were planning on doing that anyway. And then we got 1, 2, 3 along this corner, so that's perfect. All right, so she will dash now down to here. Perfect. Costs her a survival. Okay, so we're going to swing with a Forge Priest Hammer with Lousy, spending a survival to gain us the dash surge, so we're going to attack with it twice. So we hit with the Forge Priest Hammer. We know that this is the thing. We're going to use the 9 that we picked up from our mate. So we've replaced that. So that's a devastating 1, 2. The monster can't be knocked back, but he suffers a flinch token, so we cancel that reaction. What's on top? Spiral Tongue. So we're going to do the Axe Master in the blind. And swing. 2 hits. Just don't be the trap here. 1. Oh, fantastic. Move the monster 10 spaces towards the stampede. That's fine. We can do that. Oh, actually, it's still this guy's act, so he's going to spend his other thing to try and pick up the doobie. We get a 6, which is pick up the doobie, archive the terrain, and gain a random Screaming God resource. So that is fantastic. So the Screaming God resource that we get is, please be the antlers. You get to roll the wound. Oh, yeah, we do. Okay, cool. That's cool. Well, we roll a 6. So I think I'll do it anyway. I want to try and level it up. So it's fine. Okay, can we get the antlers? Antlers! Eroded hide. That's good. 3 cost. Okay, so we are going to automatically critical this one if we wound, which we do. So we automatically critical that. That is a savage wound. So we do 2 wounds. This one has a reflex, which is move the monster 10 spaces towards the stampede and then turn it to face the horizon. We don't really like that. I don't have reaction cancelling on this chick, do I? No. But I might surge before he does that and then kill him is probably the correct approach. Yeah, okay. So unless we can roll a 10 here, sure, we'll just roll a 10. Yep. What's on top? Ceaseless Withers. There's a reflex. Doesn't matter. I don't need to do anything else with any of my guys. So the correct approach here is just to use Wrath because it's 1 speed, 2+, 2+. And then we don't have to worry about any further reactions. No, we use the Colossal Chef's Carver. Yeah, so we'll do that, which still hits on a 2+, and then still wounds on a 2+. Hits on a 2. Criticals. Place a Divine Fragment, cancel all reactions until the end of the attack. It's dead, but I'm going to pick up the thing anyway. So I get an organ of my choice. Winding Stomach for 5. Calcified Cataract is a bone and an organ. I think that's the hammer. So we'll take the Calcified Cataract. The Grand Sire Antler was 2nd on the top. Cheap +1. I'm not taking it. I just get that Calcified Cataract from the Chef's Carver. Should have taken it. All right, so we finished the showdown. Monster dies. That was a shellacking of monumental proportions. Sellas, Axe Proficiency Point not necessary. Qatar not necessary. Mon Mothma got a spear. Lousy got the club. And Trigona did nothing of the sort. So... Okay, I don't feel like that Screaming God was reflective of what all Screaming Gods are like when you fight them. But I don't know that many Screaming Gods are going to provide much of a challenge for us. Ballpark, I don't think they are going to. Desperate Harvest. So we get +5. And the guy is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we're 16 away. Yeah, this is nerve-wracking now. This is nerve-wracking. All right, so I get to draw a freebie from the scavenger kit. Antlers, antlers, antlers. Smouldering molars is good. Fisted Tooth gets devastating one. So this is a really interesting. I was making bank on Screaming God resources in the last fight, in the last campaign, because I was just taking the antlers every time, and you can know for a fact your chance. But here it's like, oh, do I take the antlers, or do I take the risk of not drawing the antlers? You know, they're a 1 in 15 or whatever. It's a great mechanic. Okay, let's go. So our first draw. So we're 16. Okay, our first draw, and we've got no other freebies. We've already got our chef's carver. Okay, first draw is Apache Hide, so we're at 15. Next draw is, so we're at 12. Okay, so we can still go. We will. We're at 11. We can definitely still go. We're at 10. If you get to 0, do you lose it? Become 0 or less. All right, we're like a 1 in that many. We'll go again. Eroded Hide. Okay, I think we go one more. This is great. This is such a punishing Tempered Hooves. That'll do. I'm not risking it again. What would it have been? Oh, that's the thing I needed. Damn, that's the one you need for the friggin' shield. Shit. All right, that's fine. Complete the showdown. We are victorious. We're getting a lot of ponderization. We're adding a construction point to the project, and we are, yeah, having lots of stuff to do. And we also get some basics, don't we? 4, 5? 5 basics. Cool. Just one more. Oh, that's so great. So yeah, another love juice. Last mission, that just did not impact me in the slightest, because the Royal Scalpel lets you pick up the Grandsire Antlers every time. So there's just no risk. But while those are in the deck, that is horrifying. Absolutely horrifying. All right, we've got an Acid Storm. We've got a visit from Nico. And we've got, this is our last Acid Storm. All right. So there's enough of these now. I'm going to do this one and this one. Oh, let's do a different one. This one. Jousting. Let's do a Dark Trader. Oh, see you, John. From Fair Verona. Okay, Dark Trader's done. Here's our last Acid Storm. On the Acid Storm, we roll an 8. We're going to scrap and add that to the settlement storage. G'day, Militides. Welcome back. Yeah, we did shellac the shit out of that guy very quickly. So I'm happy with that. A visit from Nico. She's not too nasty to us here, I don't think. Do you remember last campaign when we just got rid of that chick? So great. This is one of my favourite pieces of artwork. She's got a fine and slamming booty. Get around it. Oh, yeah. No, we didn't get the antlers. Get that up here. All right. Tormented. Nico carves deep into the flesh of her immobilized victim. Nominated survive with the highest courage to endure Nico's torment. So highest courage, I think it's Millipede. Oh no, Nat. Courage 7. That's unfortunate. Little Nat. Oh, hang on a second. I didn't do the things last time. All right, I need to do that. So I'm giving up my serpentine tailbone and my gusk knife things to do 2 taxidermies. I said I was doing that. I paid the endeavors and then I didn't do the thing. Okay, I'm going to do that now because that will actually impact this event. Okay, so here we go. So I was doing this one here. When you innovate, nominate 1 survivor to gain 3 courage, and then increase the amount of survivors you nominate by each subsequent time you record this benefit. So we're going to nominate 3 survivors to gain 3 courage. And we're going to pick newbies. So we'll go Trigona. 1, 2, 3. And she'll get Matchmaker. And she rolls an 8. So gains a permanent strength. Got in Trigona. Yeah, this is from Bone. So then the second time we do this, we get to nominate 2 and they gain 3 courage. So we'll go Lousy. A 1, 2, 3. She will gain Matchmaker and she will flip a 4, which would have been something last settlement phase. Fine. Then the third survival nominate will be Hoo Hoo Grub. Also a Matchmaker, and rolls a 1. So going to gain no benefit. This may reroll 1 endeavor the last lantern phase. Okay, great. So we've given up both of our resources, which is a serpentine tailbone and the Gormy's Gusk knife. So we've given up the impacted Gusk, and we've given up the Dragon King's serpentine tailbone. Perfect. We'll just add the Great Hall to here because we defeated that guy. Perfect. So it is that chick who I said it was, is going to have the Red Witch carve their innards. She rolls an 8, which is gain Transcended Masochist. She'll just roll a dice to not gain that. She succeeds. Gains a Lumi. All right, that's all fantastic. So we know we're fighting Nico and Brawl this year. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. He did like it. Touch me again. So another Love Juice, a Monster Bone, a Monster Hide, a Monster Bone, and a Monster Organ. I'll archive 1, 2, 3 to innovate with. Now, Screaming God, we got a Tempered Hooves. We got an Eroded Hide. We got a Glycol Coolant. We got a Patchy Hide. We got a Pyricized Splinters. We got another Patchy Hide. We got a Smouldering Molars. We got a Calcified Cataract, and we got an Eroded Hide. So that is very nice. So what can we craft with that from my friendly location? So the Vandal Broadaxe requires Bone Iron Iron. Fine. The sledge is the thing that requires the calcified cataract. Yeah, so we did that. I did that already. I added the Great Hall. None of the others are really interesting. Gotcha. Let me put the Great Hall here. There it is. Well, let's do our endeavor, our innovate, and then let's do all of our other things. And I think we'll have a better picture of what we want to do. So the innovate is going to be Saga. I'm taking Saga. It's guaranteed. Lucid Dreams, obviously not. Sacrifice, no. Bed would be nice, but no, we'll take Saga. And that is our final form. And now we probably use Matchmaker in all of our love thingies. We didn't have a grand feast though. So maybe we hold off for this year because we're going to get a grand feast from defeating the witches this year. Okay, Celas is on XP 15. She's going to become a rank 4 gourmandist, which is delightful. I can't recall getting there too many times. Gain 1 Lumi and a roll 1d10. And we shall roll a 7. So we gain appreciation and we can share one of our gourmandism knowledges at the forum. So we could spend health. What does appreciation look like? When you would archive a resource or gear, roll 1d10 on a 6+, you keep it instead. Okay, it's not the best knowledge, but it's actually alright. Yeah, I don't think I've seen it before. I've obviously read about it because I read Fenn's articles. Gain an attribute of your choice. Okay, so 2 people gain appreciation. So how does it work? Oh, because impermanents archive it, and then they just roll 6+ and don't archive it. Seems alright. We'll give Ramulus appreciation. Excellent. Well done. I have never made impermanism work, and I don't intend on changing that. Well done, Celas. You've been tremendous. Nats didn't travel. Okay, Mozzie is leveling into Regalism 3. The climb. Innovate stone stairs. Gain a Lumi. And rolls a 2. Gain a rank in either sword or shield proficiency. Cool, very helpful. Fine. And we gain sword and shield style. We won't take that. Okay, Mon Mothma didn't get a level up. She's 1 away. Oh, we need to do her death roll. Does Mon Mothma die from irradiated? No, she doesn't. She rolls a 6. She's okay. Trigona doesn't level up. Lousy actually gets to take a philosophy because she doesn't have one. So let's spend some Lumi to let her pick Marrowism. We've got lots and lots and lots to spend, so we'll get her to take Marrowism. That's perfect. She will then do the Marrowism roll. And I think that costs us 4 to do that. So she gains a Lumi. And she rolls a 4, which is gain a strength. Perfect. The 4 Lumi will go from one of our Lumi batteries down here. So Xylo, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fantastic. Okay, so I think that's everything we needed to do. Lousy gained a philosophy. Trigona can actually gain a philosophy as well. She doesn't have one. Okay, so we'll spend 2 Lumi so we can flip 2 cards. So we'll draw 2 cards. Ambitionism or collectivism? We'll take collectivism. We don't want to have another ambitionism fight off. So what does the collectivist get? 1 Lumi. And that one costs us 2 Lumi, so we'll go that from our battery again. It's a Lantern 10. Nominate a survivor that doesn't have a philosophy. They adopt collectivism. You both gain a Lumi. Erase. Is that right? Yeah. You both gain a Lumi. Oh, shit. So that'll just be another one of the nuffies. Yeah, the random guys, exactly. Get them up. Lithy got the red survivor on the draw. No, we're not doing that. We're going to take these from these guys. That is ridiculous. All right, first one is the hasty. Imagine just getting another red survivor. Ridiculous. Okay, we'll give them the collectivist. Philosophy, collectivism. So we roll for them. They get a 5, which is add a random knowledge to the forum, and you and a survivor of your choice gain a strength. So we'll take one of our legends. Let's go the prodigy, gain a strength. Yeah, it's all survival limit. It's all fantastic. Okay, our next person that is gaining it will be Fleshy. Fleshy gets the adventurer. I really want one of these nuffies to get the bad one. And then Moni. The impetuous, yes! That's so good. All right, so we've only got 6 character cards left. So one of them's the lonely, but the rest of them don't really care about. Yeah, we remake the deck and get a second legendary. It'll be fun. We'll put the let's put the one that lets you do weapon proficiencies. Okay, I think that's all of our toys. So we don't have any more IRs left. What's our indomitable resource that we've got left? Denticulated blade hip. Okay, so we do actually have an IR left. We used our Gusk knife and our tailbone, and now we could use our blade hip to do 3 survivors getting 3 courage. So innovate, courage buffs. Fighting weapon proficiencies, probably. We'll do it now. Yeah, we'll do it now. Okay, yeah, so Hoo Grub will have a fight. 1, 2, 3. Weapon proficiency. Rolls a 7, spends a survival. Rolls a 7, spends a survival. Rolls a 2, spends a survival. Rolls a 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so has picked up Scythe Spec, which is great for our red survivor. Lousy will do a proficiency. 1, 2, 3. Going for club. First one. Rolls a 9. Janks it. Let's try one more. Rolls a 4. Spend a survival. So we're at 3, 4, 5. Gets it. So spending 1, 2, 3. And we've spent 2 endeavors. Trigona could get spear, but that's not needed. Everyone's looking good. Nephilia doesn't have... Oh, she got 15 survival. Much. Because of her accuracy penalty. But yeah, being able to crit automatically is such a powerful ability. Okay, the question is, do we take our matchmakers now, or do we take those same survivors into the next showdown and then try and get the grand feast benefits and go in next lantern year? It would be good to get a couple more survivors up. Nemesis, Brawl, and Nico. So we're 2 or 3 survivors short of getting an extra collective cognition buff. Okay, do we want to go out with the big boys? Yeah, exactly. We want as many viable survivors that have, I mean, masteries are looking pretty feasible here. We've got such a deep well of survival that if we get some partners and send them out on a hunt, we're going to be able to nightmare train 3 or 4 times a year. And now that we've got Saga, I'm tempted to just pop matchmaker, matchmaker, matchmaker for 3 of them. Okay, so she's not going out. Millipede's not going out. Let's send out Nat. Freeform dancer. She might be able to dodge some shots. Occasionally there'll be shots. Perfect. Mozzie, Qatar for cancelling. Joint array 3. Pretty good. Maybe we go out with some more joint arrayists. So let's go with Nephilia. Let's go with... Let's go with Lousy so we can keep going for that club. Let's go with Hoo Hoo Grub so we can get 8 eyes. We got shield spec now too. Axe, guitar, and we've got spear, so I'll put that on. Yeah, I think it's awesome suited art. It's pretty great. I've never really leveraged it. I think I'd like to try it more. So how many Lumi have you got? Okay, let's buy joint array here. It's on the forum, so we can buy it for 4 knowledge, and it never is removed. And that's cool. So he can be the first person, and with Qatar, he can cancel reactions. Actually, I don't need to buy it on him. That's silly. What other ones did we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because of that thing. So Deadeye, Light Whisperer, Sculptor's Apprentice. Stoneheart for 5 is pretty great. Unyielding for 3. All right, someone's buying Unyielding for 3. Let's give it to Ramulus. He's got 3 Lumi. 1, 2, 3. Gain yourself Unyielding, mate. Good knowledge. Getting those Facism knowledges early, Stoneheart, Unyielding, leveled up, so good, so powerful. I want to give Bug Survivalism, and then I want to give Bug the thing that lets us, when we get Lucid Dreams, we can spend 6 and just get free things. I can't remember what Lucid Dreams does, but you can do this thing where you get free endeavors, and then because we're leveled up to 16 or whatever it is, Hunt XP without ever leaving the settlement, we can become a survivalist cool guy, whatever they are called. So we're going to do this thing here, the wall, trophy wall. So we've got 1 more bone. So we can, departing survivors could gain 2 understanding. That seems nice. Or we can gain lots of courage. I reckon we gain lots of courage, hey? So let's do 3 courage on 3 different people. So we can go Mozzie, 3 courage. 1, 2, 3. Mozzie becomes a matchmaker. And this is archiving the denticulated blade hip. She rolls a 3, which is reroll 1 endeavor this year. Let's give Nephilia 3 courage. She's a matchmaker, and she flips a 3 as well. So we get to reroll an endeavor result this phase. And then let's go with Ramulus. A lot of matchmakers in this settlement. 1, 2, 3. Rolls a 6, which is gain an endeavor. So gain an endeavor. All right, so now let's try and do the 2 nightmare trainings on Nephilia. So the first one, 1, 2, 3. So we've got 2 rerolls we can use this phase. So the first one is a 4. We'll use the reroll into a 9. So she gets axe point, and then might as well go again. 1, 2, 3. Rolls a 9. Axe master number 3. Cost me 2 of those. Far out. Okay, so club is strong. Scythe is strong. We do need to get someone on whip. What are we missing? Are we actually missing anything here? Bow, dagger. Dagger is fine. Grand weapon's the big one, isn't it? So we should get someone on grand weapon and use the colossal chef's carver. Actually, who was the chicken teal? Mozzie. She did do a wound with the okay, well let's give her a grand weapon. Could have done this. So we'll do it. Grand weapon. She goes back down to 1. So she'll do some nightmare training. 1, 2, 3. See if we can get some grand weapon happening. There's a 6, spend a survival. 2, survival. 8, there's 1. Has she used butchery? Yep. So we'll go again. That's a 9. I guess we'll go again. That's a 1, so we'll use one of those re-rolls into an 8. So she's at weapon proficiency 4 on grand weapon right now. Sweet. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then I guess we do a shrine. Maybe we'll just do shrine. I should just keep doing weapon proficiencies. 1, 2, 3. Let's go for grand weapon. We've got to try and get the mastery for the red survivor. That's a 3, spend a survival. Into a 6, spend a survival. Into a 5, spend a survival. 3, spend a survival. Into a 6. I think she's got enough left. Into a 2. Yep, so this will be our last one, I think. Into a 9. She's got 5 proficiency points in grand weapon. That Screaming God was not a fan. All right, well, this is just fantastic. So, and it didn't even have nightmare training there. I didn't even have lights in the sky. That makes it even better. So, it's a little bit of gear grid poking. Now, for those that are following along, I am actually back tomorrow morning. We're going to play another probably Lantern Year or 2 tomorrow morning. So it'll be the Red Witches and the Gambler tomorrow morning. Assuming everything goes to plan with the Red Witches, that'll probably actually be it. I probably won't do the Gambler till tomorrow night because the Gambler is... yeah, I think the Red Witches, I'm going to spend a lot of my time in that session having babies using the Grand Feast benefits, gaining a lot of babies using my matchmaker and my face painting, the 5 love juices I've got in storage, and all sorts of shit. So sorry, Dan. Well, you're just going to miss the Red Witches, and it'll be a pretty long session of doing a lot of baby making. So ideally, I'd like to add another 10 survivors to the stocks. Now with this guy, the Great Hall, the alpha set is nice. So what is it going to require? Leather, iron, tempered hooves. This one requires lots of iron, lots of organs. The great chest, iron. Okay, so we need to definitely get some more iron. I'm tempted to make this right now. I probably will, but if I get 2, then I'll just have them fight each other, and that'll be okay. And yeah. I don't think there's anything we need, but what I'm hoping to drag out is quite a few Marrowists. So if I can use the Marrowists and the Marrow Monarch combination. Midgie and Leafhopper are great. Midgie and Leafhopper. I should write those down in my notepad. So we're not going to have any retired survivors. Nobody's going to do that. Goth is never going out again. The Wise Mothman has Fear of the Dark. We could potentially get rid of that. Lissa, not going to do anything. Centipede, not going to do anything. Scorpion, Monarch, Fleshy, Moni, and Lithy, all not going to do anything. But their rerolls and their collectivism, hopefully. So it'd be great to get to like 40 survivors and have 30 of them be legitimate badasses. But now we need to figure out if we're going to be able to do anything interesting with this count set. So I've got the count Trook. I need to get 3 count pieces when we fight the guy next time. Okay, so I might do this. Let's do this over here. Just have a play with this. So these 2 need to be like this. We need an up, down. Have we got a green, red, down green, left red? No, we don't. So these 2 need to be in the middle. That's interesting. But yeah, I'm not going to be able to get this activated if I use this there. Is there a green piece of gear that's green down and red left? Nuclear knife or staff of resolute vision? I can actually make the nuclear knife. Is that worth putting in here? Probably not. If these 2 were the other way around, it would be so good. We could do some stuff with the count set. But as it stands, it's not looking very likely. So I think this is the correct approach. Like that. Okay, so that's all bone. Yeah, we can actually get the Lucid Dream staff, which is viable and it's not terrible. So we'll keep that in mind. We make a scrap shield, probably. You know, it could be quite good tech. Oh no, the red charm doesn't work, does it? Because it's automatic wound. Red charm, is it? We can't get Lucid Dreams yet, but we can get it after the Gambler goes away. Okay, this doesn't say that the red charm will fail here. It doesn't say automatic. It says when you attempt to wound on a 1 to 5 fail on a 6 to 10 wound. So do you think that'll work against the Parasite Queen? It'll also prevent the likelihood of getting too high and doing fake wounds. Fake news. Okay, red charm could be a possibility. So what do I have that's bone over here? That is stupidly not bone. Don't need a monster tooth, probably. Interestingly, the Stampede Glaive is bone. Grimjaw's not. Hey, we could make our Lemniscate Crozier get 1 speed, 3 accuracy, and sharp. That'd be fun. No, okay. Oh, I just remember we've got the Supreme Stew. But that eliminates all my bone earring bonuses. Okay. Any of this guy's weapons bone? The Lemniscate set's all bone as well. So we actually keep the bone earrings ticking off. We lose the Count's best bonuses, but we are going to get a movement token here. And we can't use Shred. But I haven't actually got a full Count set anyway, because I went for Marchioness instead. But the bone earrings gives us 2 strength and 2 speed. Seems okay. Yeah, so Trophy Taker not bone, Vandal Broadaxe not bone, Vandal Sledge not bone, not bone, not bone. Okay, so nothing there except for the helmet is bone. I don't think any of these weapons are going to work for us. Piercing Claws not bone, but they are katars. I don't think there's any other bone armor at the moment. There's a few pieces that have bone armor. Like most of the headpieces have. Ooh, Spinal Sickle. Interesting. Spinal Sickle could be very interesting. That's a whip. I have that. I have that pattern. What does it cost to craft? Seed pattern. We need 1 more Broken Lantern. We need a whip spec. Okay, we can do that. What do we need for that? Don't have the blacksmith. The armorsmith tongs. 3 broken lanterns. Perfect organ. Yeah, Spinal Sickle's got some potential there. Here's another fun little interaction. The dissecting Cellaroot with the man-eaters thing. That's a tool. But it's also a weapon. So that retract my observation. So the Gusk Knife was the other one, right? The Gusk Knife that we've given up for now, but we could always make it back. So if we go Gusk Knife, huge strength buff there, seems fun. The Jaw Saw, we're not going to be able to get a blue. G'day on Ridgesenberg. Yeah, look, I'm sorry. I really wanted to, but then I remembered that I can get Wrath, and I decided to get Wrath because I've got stuff. So we changed it up. I don't feel bad about it. I've got a lot of love for the Black Knight. It's just a bit of a hassle to set it up. Okay, I'm not seeing a lot of other weapons that are going to be super useful. Speak Cult Knife would be good. Wow, Iron Hand would actually be viable. We got the Iron Hand. We could just put that there. I don't think we'll be going for that because it doesn't do anything against the Parasite Queen, but that's a fun weapon. 2 speed, hitting on a 3+, hitting on a 5+, strength 30, devastating 3, ignores impervious and parry. So good. Alright. Yeah, so the Staff of Resolute Vision does actually have a red across. So we could make the Staff of Resolute Vision when we get to that. Oh, I think that's got some possibilities. I don't think we'll be taking it against the Red Witches because people can die pretty easily there. So we won't worry about that, but I like what that's looking like. We don't have this, this, or this yet, so I need to craft those. We haven't got either of these. We need to get a whip specialist. Oh my god, Quadradet would be awesome. But this is all the stuff we have available. Alright, so if we go over here, I think I've picked 5 survivors to go out with, so that'll be fine. So Brawl and Eco. So Nat has got Find the Castle, Freeform Dancer, Abyssal Sadist, Block, Crazy Gear Grid. So let's pop the leather shield there. And because we don't need a sickle in this. And then I don't think we need the Forge Priest's hammer. So we will put a Acanthus there. And we get 4 survival and departure, 2 insanity, 2 evasion. And that's all good. She is a sword master, so that black sword is 4 speed, 5 speed, 2+ to hit, 2+ to wound on literally everything, which is cool, but does not ignore reactions, so bit of a problem with that. So that's Nat. Nat attack, done. Next person along is Mozzie. So we had Mozzie with the March in S set. So I don't think we change anything there. That all worked. I didn't do a lot of deflecting, but no problems. The Colossal Chef's Carver, we don't need that in this one, but I think we keep it because it creates the gear grid. It's not irreplaceable, so that's fine. Nephilia, she's just going to rock the Greatest Gax set, which is down here because she is a Axe Master, perfect. And that'll still hit on 7s, which seems pretty good. Lousy, so Lousy has Osteophage. She's our scout, and +1 to severe injury rolls is nice. And then Hoo Hoo Grub, okay, so Lousy we will switch to be the scouts. And this time the scout is rocking a Acanthus to avoid a severe injury. And that's great. And that means that we've got one survivor left, purple, teal, blue. And this is the only person we don't want to die. This is the red survivor. Is this a risk, taking the red survivor out? Probably not. Probably not. We don't need devastating, so we don't need the atomic lance. So is there a better weapon for us to take? It's probably still the best weapon we've got. So we can just do that gear grid. We don't need to use the irradiated. We still get the toughness debuff. So we've got to make Hoo Grub the red survivor. So can be in red. Yeah, and we want to level up this ambitionism thing. So look at that. Look at that. Great stuff. Yeah, I might not buy a joint array here. I just don't need to. I might instead buy Stoneheart. So they're less likely to die. Because I spent 4 on joint array. So I'll spend 5 on Stoneheart. And that's good. And then if we die and we've got Stoneheart, so be it. So this is the Atomic Screamer. We've got an Acanthus there, so that's nice. We've got a luck, we've got survival, we've got stuff there. We've got a shield too, which means we're going to have, we've got all of the armor there because we've got iridescent hide. Now, the only thing I might want to take is some bandages. Who's got bandages? Down here, already got them. Fantastic. Yep, I think that's it. So that's who we're taking against the red witches. So that chick. Yeah, sometimes the game just kills us. And that's okay. You do your best to prepare for it and avoid it, and sometimes it happens, and that's okay. But this has been a really focused campaign, focusing on trying to get to the end goal, and I think we've achieved pretty much everything we wanted to achieve. I do want to, you know what, maybe instead of the red, do I take out my other ambitionist survivor, Scarab the Prodigy? Okay, so here's my reasoning. Number 1, we need to get that shield. So we need to get, do the red witches give us 2 hunt XP or just 1? If it's only 1, it's not worth doing. I think they only give us 1. 1 hunt XP. Yeah, okay, so that's fine. So we'll stick with this. Cool. We can mentor. That's a good point. Actually, maybe I will mentor right now. We'll just use this guy, Xylo Troopers. No, Goth. She's going to spend some of her Lumi, 1, 2, to mentor that ambitionist guy. He's already got Axe Mastery, so if I bring him out instead, yeah, I think this is the right approach. Maybe not the right approach. Actually, maybe we don't need to take out Nephilia. Maybe we take Scarab the Prodigy out instead. Yeah, let's do that. So we're going to mentor her once to get a Hunt XP. And then the reason we're doing this is we want to get both of those ambitionists happening. Just so we can try and get the weapons that come at level 3. And then they can relax. Those weapons are cursed, of course, but we want to get the weapon and the shield. And I also do want to level up Pack Leader, actually. So we're going to put them in the Gorm Greatest Gax instead. Okay. I like this because then even if they suffer severe injuries, they just ignore it. Perfect. We get to block. So we get to block 3 with the Knuckle Shield at the end of each turn. Sick. What a cool survivor that is. Yep, okay, I like that. I like that plan better. So yeah, we're gonna try and get Hoo Hoo Grub and Scarab the Prodigy both happening towards the level where they get those cool gear cards. Excellent. All right. Well, I'm feeling pretty good. I have a Supreme Stew out on the board, but I don't think we need the strength. So yeah. All right. Well, I'll be back tomorrow around 11ish to play some more Kingdom Death and fight against the Red Witches. I look forward to seeing you all then. Before that, though, I'm going to be painting a Flower Knight bust over on Twitch. So you should definitely watch me paint a Flower Knight bust over on Twitch. That'll be from about 7, if you're interested in that. If you're not interested, you can just come and hang out here. Or do whatever you want. It's a Sunday. Have a great day. Please yourself. Big Dano, out.